Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great day. I know I am. Well, I will be by the time you watch this because it's not Friday, but I feel sure that I'll be having a great day because it is Friday. Woo woo. All right. So this week we have jumped right into our new unit, World War One. We've talked about imperialism. Well, I'll actually save that for third. We've talked about militarism. We've talked about alliances, and we've talked about imperialism. Now, drum roll please. We're going to talk about nationalism. And hope you're all good at spelling, because those are the main causes of World War One. We'll go on to that here in a second. So, nationalism. What is nationalism? We talked about nationalism briefly with the end of Napoleon, end of the French Revolution unit. Nationalism, to put it simply, is patriotism to the extreme, right? It means you think your country is the best thing ever and should always put its own interests in front of everything else. You should say, like, Germany before all, like England before all, France before all. If you're nationalist, you could say, hey, I only care what happens to Germany. I don't care what happens to anybody else. I only care what happens to Germany. And I think Germany is the bee's knees. I think it's excellent, greatest thing ever. I only care what happens to Germany. And if anybody wants to fight me, square up, right? That's nationalist. And every country in Europe was full of nationalist pride in the early 1900s. England felt that way about England. French people felt that way about France. German people felt that way about Germany. Russian people felt that way about Russia. Everybody felt that way about their country. This combined with imperialism, the fight over resources, alliances, militarism. Everybody's got these big, huge armies now. Is anybody else foreseeing a problem? Anybody? Is it just me? Is it just me? Is anybody else kind of thinking this may go sideways on us? It's going to go sideways on us. Spoiler alert. So, you may have caught on already, right? The main causes of World War One. Here you go. Militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. The main causes. I would tell you I made that up, but I didn't make that up, so don't give me credit. But these are the main causes: militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. Okay? If you have any questions on those, let me know. As always, I'm here for you. Now, what's the spark? What's the spark? Oh, goodness. What's going on now? June 28th, 1914. The Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary, he was the heir to the throne. Heir to the throne meaning when the emperor died, he was going to become the emperor. Okay, so he was the heir to the throne of Austria-Hungary. He's assassinated, he's killed in a city called Sarajevo. Not Sarajevo, Sarajevo. By a Serbian nationalist group. So Austria-Hungary kind of wanted to take over Serbia. Serbia's like, no, we want to do our own thing. And they were like, okay, fine, whatever. And not only did Serbia want to do its own thing, they wanted to kind of say, okay, well, we want to take the rest of Serbia back from you, so what are you going to do about it? So this Serbian terrorist guy, his name was Gavrilo Princip, he walks up to the Archduke on his visit to Sarajevo and just shoots him. Shoots his wife, too. So his wife's name was Sophie. So shoots him, shoots his wife, and then everybody's like, oh, man, what happened? So then they go back to Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary the government says, hey, let us come into your country, Serbia, and investigate what happened, or else. And Serbia says, no, we are not part of your country, so no. We'll investigate and we'll tell you what happened. Austria says, no, we'll come into your country and investigate. Serbia again says, no. So then Austria-Hungary says, fine, we're declaring war on Serbia. But then Germany, who's an ally of Austria-Hungary, part of the, very good, the Triple Alliance, says, okay, if Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, we're declaring war on Serbia. And then Serbia had an alliance with Russia. Russia now declares war on Austria-Hungary and Germany. And then it gets complicated. So we're going to go to a map so I can better explain things, but just stay with me. So here we go. And they've got the powers labeled for us. So here we go. We got Austria-Hungary, we got Serbia. Serbian terrorist kills a guy in Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary sends the ultimatum to Serbia. Serbia says, get lost. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. Okay? Germany, part of, the alliance with Austria-Hungary, the Triple Alliance, also declares war on Serbia. Serbia had an alliance with Russia. So now Russia, bound by that alliance, declares war on Austria-Hungary and Germany. And now let's go over to the other side of the Triple Entente. France, they're bound by an alliance with Russia. So now France declares war on Germany and Austria-Hungary. And then as Germany, Great Britain over here, they're kind of resistant to declaring war. They don't want to. But we'll talk about this later. Germany moves to attack France, and they go through Belgium. They invade Belgium. And Great Britain says, that's the last straw. So then Great Britain, since France is getting attacked, says, all right, we're declaring war on Germany and Austria. Now you see Italy right here. They're part of the Triple Entente, and we'll get there. But Italy initially was part of the Triple Alliance. In the middle of the war, they switched sides. So this map, is after the war, but we'll get there. Italy switches sides. They switched to the winning side. But yeah, so again, Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. So does Germany. Russia, Serbia's ally, declares war on both of them. France, who's Russia's ally, declares war on both of them. And then eventually England, Germany and France, or France and Russia's ally, declares war on Austria-Hungary and Germany. And eventually, down here, the Ottoman Empire, modern-day Turkey, they're going to get in on the side of Germany and Austria-Hungary, but we're not there yet. So that's the spark, right? Remember I told you guys in class, we're going to talk about why, and eventually the U.S. will enter World War I, but we're going to talk about why the U.S. was fighting against Germany. Well, we'll switch it up now. We're going to talk about why France was fighting against Germany because a Serbian guy shot and killed an Austrian guy. That alliance system, that can be tricky, right? We still have alliances today. We still have what's called NATO, which we'll talk about, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. U.S. is a member of NATO. NATO is an alliance system that says, hey, if one country in NATO gets attacked, everybody gets attacked. That's why on 9/11, a lot of other NATO countries sent troops into the Middle East to help in our war on terror, right? So the alliance systems can really get crazy there for a minute, okay? Can get way out of hand way quickly. Now, I know this was a lot, okay? This can get very confusing. So if you have any questions about the alliance systems, who's going to war with who, why they're going, let me know. Please send me an email and let me know, okay? I tried to go slow and explain it to you, but if you have questions, as always, I'm here for you. Just shoot me an email, okay? So that's it for today. Thanks, guys, for having a great week. Your projects have been amazing. Make sure that you turn in your papers and presentations on Canvas by tonight. I need them by tonight. Okay? So good job, guys. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.